hello. Hello, hello. Yay. So I haven't done F14 in a while because I was without a sub for a few weeks. So I wasn't able to continue on my Nico character here. I'm hoping I don't run into issues because like earlier when I was on, I was suddenly getting those like DirectX crashes, but it seems to be okay now. Hopefully it stays okay. But yeah. Anyway, I'm here. I'm back. And I'm going to be continuing the ARRMSQ because, yeah. I'm still trying to catch up to Sam, and Sam's been getting further.
Welcome,
Hi,
Sammy.
Sam! So I'm gonna head over to Revenant's Toll. I'm okay. Hopefully the game is stable. Yeah, I was in Limsa. I was picking up Marauder because I was like, I really need to level a tank for us so that we're not stuck in freaking DPS limbo, Q limbo,
Welcome, date_03.
all the time. So I want to level a tank. And the 2-2 students are going okay, I guess. Lol. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. That's so confusing me. That's okay. I'm just continuing the story where I left off. And yeah, that is my goal for today. You just do quests and stories. Yeah, exactly. You do quests, you level your classes, you can do stuff to get like mounts and things. There's a lot of stuff you can do in FF14, to be honest. Never-ending journey. Yeah, it kind of is. Because there's always updates and expansions and stuff. It's like WoW, kind of, in terms of like how it's structured, in terms of like general like MMO kind of structuring. But yeah.
Incoming ad break.
Just do whatever you want to make story. Yeah, pretty much. Alright. Okay. This is where I left off, where we're gonna meet a new character from somewhere very far away. Oh, I forgot to turn the sound back on. My bad. Or the music. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amangina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Summoning. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Alright, I gotta put the music back on because it's weird without it. There we go. Okay. So I gotta go to Horizon. There she is. Ah, Anya, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Fufalupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it would not elude yours. Okay. Talk to Fufu Chalupa. Oh, hello there. Anya, was it? Y'shtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... Ah, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavy-laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Subway. Subway. It would be weird without a subway. Cart bolted off toward Eastern Thanolin, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage? That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amalja do have a foothold in Eastern Thanolin. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a port any time now, but I fail to see what else it could... Did you miss me, friends? But I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or, on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Thancred, wherever have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amalja friends. And wouldn't you believe it, I happened upon a runway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it. In all my years, I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Anya. Against all expectation, it would seem the Amalja are innocent of this particular spat of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystal exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I cannot fathom is why anyone would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urianger of our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then.
Yay, voices.
Mine milkshake brings
Oh.
all yon gentlefolk to mine yard.
Welcome, sound
Speaking of
alerts.
Oriange.
More
Tis
complicated than we
better
anticipated.
than thine. Verily, 'tis better than thine. I could apprentice thee, but I would levy a fee.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful.
This is his old voice too. It's like the the alert has his current voice, but this is like his old ARR voice.
Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Ah, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Oh, who's that?
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Oh, there you go. Drinking my water. Oh, I forgot to read that. My bad. No, well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Flupalupa's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Jesus, it's loud. Oh, but it is good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fufalupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there is someone amongst our own ranks conspiring with them? A traitor in our own midst? It would be most unfortunate if your peers proved well-founded, Fufalupa. Indeed, if for reasons of security the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the Brassblades were informed. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk upon confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be so eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let's say, a lone Mikote miner, traveling without escort so as to not attract undue attention. But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concern may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerley? A fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Anya? Alas, the role of the Mikote miner is taken, so you will lie in wait to the north, and I will do the same to the south. Ahem. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement.
ZZZZ.
So my huge, humongous chocobo. He's a chompy boy. And he likes cake. Oops, I went too far. I went too far. Okay. Car won't go out first. I totally forgot she did this. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed. A gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Aye, and with all the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. She's just looking. She's just looking between them like, Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Fufalupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. Mishula looks cute in her mining outfit. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying a traitor within our ranks. Is that so? By your leave, I should very much like to have a word with a fellow in private. No, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he, managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good in his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that somnus we've confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea wolf, Leminson born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You will have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me apprised of any developments. Yes? She's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? And then I just nod. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm like this. The antecedent bid me to tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphino awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I am not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade, and when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Just fly there. You are late. No matter, I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Authard? Well, like the rest of the nations of the Eastern Continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best of circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools to not pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah, Anya. Unless I am mistaken, I am rarely mistaken, you will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan sworn on the royal promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be pursued by some. If not, who better than you to have on hand the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Yeah, ARR Alphino is so insufferable. Which is funny because after ARR, and once you start Heavensward, he changes pretty much completely. He has a humbling moment, I'll just say that. Alright, I'm just gonna wait, my return is not in Ul'dah. Yeah, I'm just gonna whatever. I'm just gonna teleport.
Check out the Pando Pet Cafe to play with me.
Yeah, play with Mephisto. Where's... There we go. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not had the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphino Levior at your service. A friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique, in this part of the world at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you might explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. What? Oh, quicksand.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When
Oh shit. Oh my god.
only to be crushed. And so I gathered
Wait,
what
wait,
few Domans escaped the reckoning,
There.
and guided
Wait, I
them
don't
hither
press
to your
anything.
shores.
No, I do have to press this. Wait, no, I don't. Okay.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone, razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Hope
Mayhap I was
everyone
foolish to
enjoys it
expect
here.
otherwise.
Please
But
follow
our
the
supplies
stream.
run low, and we have young ones in urgent need
I gotta
of
figure
care.
out how to silence you.
I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
Oh no, all you do is boast. What are you talking about?
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
I just thought it was weird that they made a whole thing about her covering herself up. But the one thing they don't cover is her tail, which is obviously, like, unusual. At least, like, in terms of, like, for where they are. What do they think? It's like, oh my god, Sabikote's tail is, like, really fucked up looking. Like, what do they think when they see her tail? Anyway, actually, Sam, do you know how, because I know you've done it on your stream, I don't know if you're still here, but, I want to make it so that Pando is not, like, talking constantly. At least, like, in the chat is fine, but not, like, audio-wise. Because I know you changed that for your Pando. So now I kind of want to see if I can do that. Ugh. Because that's gonna be really irritating during cutscenes. Although I think I'll have to fix it off stream next time. I don't want to disrupt, so I'm just gonna move her. I don't know. If I may, madam, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not had the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Good madam, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Right. Ah. Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Anya? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day, to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, see? But just sent word they can't come. Mina and I got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Haha. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Why am I keep double-clicking? What is going on? Go on and call Frida and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little princess's order to the Waken Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Alright. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man who can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Wow. What an asshole. My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions? You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. Yeah, the old ones kind of suck. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. I dared not hope for such magnanimity. Less expect it. Mistress Modi is generous indeed. Shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Ugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you'll be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience? Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Ugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You'll be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. Ugh. Oh, okay. A pleasure, Anya. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
I, Ugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Ugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the Purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my
Nice to
people
meet you.
as your resources
I'm
allow.
Mephistopheles.
Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Ugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Ul'dah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Ugh, they suck.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Just take money. As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft I have wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah, I will waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. Yeah, the Monitorists suck. Oh, there it is. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitorists have made their position clear. Agreed. Alda is not an option. Nor Limsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs, which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment.
ZZZZ.
Shut up, Mephisto. So that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. Yeah, I wonder what a place like that could be. Minfilia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not when my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time, a week, mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent, I shall keep you informed. Lady Ugiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands, hard labor, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself presented, Lady Ugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphino, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. But before that there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance at their present condition. Mayhap the Uldan Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Anya. Lady Ugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the immortal flames can provide. Oh, it's the Adventurers Guild. I forgore. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. I'm making curry, so sorry I'm not active. Oh, that's fine. You're having curry. I haven't had curry in such a long time. Ugh. Enjoy your curry. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught that Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. But the syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us to provide falls to us as private citizens.
Check out the Pando Pet Cafe to play
God.
with me.
Shut up. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well, I shall begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it's the least I can do. Come what may, you should ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Ugiri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Well, it sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Ugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you, after you've rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? As we speak, the Domans prepare for a departure at Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Anya, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hozan when you arrive. As Lady Ugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. I'll just go ahead and use the Vesper Bay ticket. Very late dinner. Yeah. You guys always eat dinner super late. We usually eat dinner here about 5, 6 p.m. But eating dinner that early just makes me hungry later. So I end up having like a second dinner. Greetings. Alphino informs me that a scion would be arriving to help with the preparations. I am honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. Hello.
Welcome, Sisu Franks.
Hi, welcome, welcome. I knew from a glance what manner of woman you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care? They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son Yozan. He can tell you more. I'm not gonna find a bunch of kids. Kinda hide and seek bullshit. Oh, hello there. I'm Yozan, son of Hozan. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by horse bird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? I mean, I'm not gonna assume that of the birds. Giant birds that people ride like horses. I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help, though. We were just finishing a game of hide-and-seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Okay. Anybody inside? No. Ah. I don't think so. I don't think they're in buildings, they're just around. Someone. I saw you. Oh, Jesus, I can't go that way. Are you playing? Ah, no fair. Yosan didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We get to ride a horsebird carriage? I don't know. It sounds scary. But if Yosan says it's safe, I'll go. Yeah, you better. More freaking kids hanging around. Oh, I see one up there. How'd you find me? Well, I guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this? I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. Alright, where's the last one? It's a bit easier to see from above. At least you think they would be. Unless there is one inside. Oh wait, no. There he is. Hey, you're not Yuzan. Who are you? I'm Koharu. Anyamori, eh? I didn't know anyone else was. Wait a minute. You're one of those, stallions, aren't you? Huh? No, scions. Then you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide-and-seek, too. Oh, right. It's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Anyamori. Alright, I found all your kids. You might want to put them on leashes next time. Wonderful. All the children are counted. Hide and seek. I see that you are curious. It's quite simple, really. Lady Ugiri thought it best the children know what to do in case the Garleans found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. Kind of a dark game of hide and seek. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father Home, will be traveling in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you are ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Eager to be off, are you? Well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from the Blade says we might have a problem. A fierce-looking beast has been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerley. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course, but I don't pay to gamble in this business. Now, I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot here is another story. So I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a look around. Make sure the area is safe-like. And if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way is clear, meet us outside Horizon. The Blades tell me the road there is safe, so I reckon we can make it there. We can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. Is post-AR content taking a long time to complete? I recently started playing this game. Yeah, so post-ARR has the longest patches. And it's funny because a long time ago they used to be even more, so they actually nerfed how many post-AR patches there are, but it's still a lot. So you'll be at it for a while, but if you just keep focusing on the MSQ to get it done, then you'll eventually get through it, and then you'll have Heaven's Word, and it's worth it to get to Heaven's Word in my opinion, because Heaven's Word is just so good. It's one of my favorite expansions. Yeah.
Incoming ad break.
Had to go to the TF2 stream. A tad short, my mom got mad at me for making too much noise. Oh no. Yeah, I always worry about this. I live with my family too, so anyway, just saw it. What? I don't know what's up with the ads. I'll have to look at it sometime and see what's going on. But yeah. Alright. Let's go fight some beasts. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Haha. Damn, boy, you thick. Yeah, that's my chonkabow. My chonky bow. Well fought, madam, well fought. If only I were in better health. I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. How'd you get the chubby chocobo? I don't remember. I don't remember how I got the fat chocobo. I think it might have been from the... No, I don't think I bought it from the store. I honestly don't remember. I'll have to look into that. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. Lady Yugiri's kingsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. Oh, okay, no problem. I'll search about it. Yeah, there's actually a really good website called FF14 Collect that has like listings of all the different like mounts.
I'm hungry.
And minions and other things. And if you can connect it to your Lodestone profile, it'll auto-populate like kind of like a checklist. Like it'll auto-populate like which ones you already have. And but it's only for mounts and minions that it does that. For all the other categories, you have to manually log them yourself. But yeah, if you look there and look for the fat chocobo, it'll tell you where it's from and how you get it. Okay. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, all this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, father, to she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. You know, so something interesting. If you were playing this, at like when it was current content, so Revenant's Toll, the way it looks now, all finished and done up, it didn't look like that originally. So when you were doing when you were doing ARR at content and doing Revenant's Toll stuff, it starts as a small kind of camp, and then as the story progresses, it basically becomes more and more developed, which is just a cool thing. Like, so only people that really played when ARR was brand new would know what that's like. So I'm wondering if when the Domans came and everything, that kind of contributed to the growth of Revenant's Toll, because like obviously they were asking for them to, you know, help out with the place. So that probably was more significant back then, because you could see that visually, whereas opposed to now, it's already finished. It seems you can get in two different ways: recommendations and the ARR closer. Oh, you know what? I probably got it from recommendations. Possibly. I think that might be the case. That would make the most sense to me based on what I've done. Yeah. Because I definitely didn't have the Or actually, no, I do have... Maybe it was the AR Collector Edition.
Welcome Sisu Franks.
Because... Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. It might be the AR Collector's Edition, because, the Digital Collector's Edition, because I did get that a while ago, because that also came with the Moogle minion. Yeah. That's entirely possible. That's probably what I did. Okay. I'm getting sidetracked. Whoa. Hey, Miss Anya, Kurhar and I want to know why you became an adventurer. You just friggin' like barreled into your grandpa. What's wrong with you? Oh, that'd be kind of funny. To go with the wild rose blooms. Like they're gonna know what the hell that means. So you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow in lots of places? It's my turn now. Excuse me, Miss Anya. I've got a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? It is a bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. You mean there are lots of people there who are just as strong as you? Oh, I can't wait. Poor Grandpa. Enough, Kohara. It's my turn again. Miss Anya, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? My weapons and armor for Rowena. No, I'm not gonna be a Rowena shill. I just seek out new experiences and adventures. Of course. To be a better adventurer, you need to go adventuring. Alright, that's enough questions for Miss Anya. That's not fair. Why does Yozan get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? No. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Miss Anya. I won't forget it. Send them to death. Make them chase big monsters. Yeah. I'm gonna be an adventurer too. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurers guild for domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Miss Anya and Lady Yugiri. Yeah, just like Miss Anya and Lady Yugiri. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? No. Oh my god, these kids. It's like that. Who it reminds me of? Have you seen Jurassic Park? The friggin' kids asking the paleontologist guy, like, they keep getting in the car with him, and he does not like kids, and they keep asking him questions and like yapping about dinosaurs, and they're like blah 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 blah. Especially the little boy, and like he keeps trying to move cars to get away from them, but they keep following him. That's what it reminds me of. Oh man. Alright, quicksand. Oh man, I still gotta do Moonfire Festival on this account. I've not done it yet. Man, I probably should. Probably not gonna do it on stream though. I'm just gonna like blast through it to get the stuff and that's really it. But the new Moonfire Festival is a lot of fun. They really went all out with it. Ah, Anya, I take it the first group has arrived? Excellent. Is there aught else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. It is past time Lady Yugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalin which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of this journey. Speak first with Slaffborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Yugiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand at the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Anya. I've never seen this movie. You've never seen Jurassic Park? It's a classic. I'm like, about the Jurassic World movies. They're not great. But the classic Jurassic Park is great. I've never seen the like original sequels though, like The Lost World and all that. I don't know how they are. I'm not into movies in general. I see. I don't watch movies very often. It has to be something like really that actually sounds really interesting for me to watch it. I mostly just like I'll watch shows sometimes, or I'll watch anime, but movies I don't watch as much. I think the last one I watched was K-pop Demon Hunters, which is actually very good. Oh wait, they want me to go to Revenant's Toll. What the hell am I doing here? How did I end up here? I got very turned around. And this must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. Maybe I should watch it because it's important in the history of cinema, I think. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's just a fun movie. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slaffborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head to call me master, either. We are both frontier hands, as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slaffborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Our guests have yet to meet the antecedent. 7 hells, Anya, why are you wasting time with me? See them to the Rising Stones. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. What is... Oh, I was like, what is that noise? It's the mounts. While they're having fun. I watched the old Alien movies for this reason. Oh man, I can't watch Alien. I tried and I couldn't do it. I get scared too easily. I'm not good with like jump scares and stuff. "'Tis no use." You don't like them? I know, I have anxiety and it just makes my anxiety go, yeah. It makes me anxious. Our attempts to reach the students of Valdesian continue to meet with failure. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. Yeah. We will persevere, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unsolved. I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside of normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Ugiri is here? Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady. But are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Revenant's Toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, Antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slathborn. Lady Ugiri, Anya.
Nice to meet you. I'm Mephistopheles.
I'm not into horror movies also. If my English is correct. I should have you're fine. Yeah. I like horror as a genre. I'm not good with horror movies that have like a lot of like jump scares or like really excessive gore. But I do like I mostly like reading horror novels or like horror manga. Like I'm a big Junji Ito fan. But like there are certain aspects of horror I can take. Like I do like going to like haunted houses and stuff. Like during Halloween. Those are fun. Yeah, but like video games that have like a lot of jump scares like FNAF or anything like that, I don't really care for. I did play I started playing Silent Hill series, so like I did 1 and 2 for Silent Hill, and I do like Silent Hill. So that's more of like the kind of horror that I like. But no, not the cheap jump scare stuff or excessive gory stuff that are just like shock. I don't like that. I will make all the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit that I am troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Ishola should be running anon with a report from a field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Yeah, I want to give me a break from having to voice everything.
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning Ifrit with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand?
Oh, okay.
There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late.
Yeah, now I remember what
Oh
part of the
gods.
patches I'm in.
They mean to summon Leviathan?
Yep.
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Ugh.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, Unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the Echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
A primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a Primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
What dog do you recommend for a beginner? It really depends on what you feel most comfortable doing. Obviously, like, DPS is probably gonna be, like, probably the easiest thing, because, like, tanking and healing comes with a lot of responsibility, unless you're, like, already kind of used to it from other games, or just feel up to the challenge, then yeah, you can either choose to be a tank or a healer. But I know for me, I tend to stick more with DPSs. I prefer casting DPSs myself, so I'm usually a casting main. Like, my main account is I'm a red mage main. For this one, I'm a summoner. Or ranged DPS is also good, so you could be like a bard or a machinist or a dancer, but you don't have machinist or dancer available until later, but the only one you have available to you in ARR is bard, and then you have like your melee DPSs like dragoon and all that. So it really just depends on your playstyle and what you feel most comfortable with. To be honest, it varies for everyone. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventually inevitable. Yet, so long as there is even a chance that the Primal's return might be prevented, we must need spend all our efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we aught do else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. Talk to Merwib. Thank you, Abyssal. Well, that bottle's finished. Okay. Hello again, Sam. How was your curry dinner? Stay hydrated. Yeah, of course. Something dynamic, tank or DPS. I tried Astrologian a few years ago with the account of a friend. It was entertaining. Oh yeah. Although I hear a lot of healers kind of complain about Astro a lot because I guess it's one of those classes that every like expansion they keep messing with and fiddling with. So yeah. It's good. Just probably gonna hop on VRCS now. Oh, okay. I might hop on after I've had my fill of this. I want to see. Actually, let me check. So this one, I haven't done Leviathan yet, but let me see how much of this patch there is left. Because usually I try to go by patch. Yeah, let them know we're gonna watch a thing. Okay. Let's see. ARR patches. Yeah, I've been getting through this one pretty quick. A few more and then I'll get to the World Eater. So I guess I'll go until I finished out the patch series, which will be through the Maelstrom, and that'll be the last one. Because, yeah, I'm getting through it pretty fast. All things considered. Welcome, friend. Oh, shit. Let us waste no time, then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we do not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the Fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if gods forbid our efforts should come to naught, we will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I am given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with my own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you may remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Anya, Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sap's spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operation's staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkbrida has charge of the garrison. Camp Skull Valley. And airport. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has ever faced a foe the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Whatever. ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde está? Wounded. It's a wounded person. Where are you, wounded person? Oh god. Hiding over here. Help. Somebody, of all the times, forget the restorative. Ugh. There you go. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly as armed as we were, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue, I am certain of it. See Spanish? Yeah. I do. Not very well, but I do. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Okay. Me too, I know this is a bit of Spanish, yeah. It takes a long time to pick up a corpse. I swear ARR is all about friggin' corpse retrieval and delivery. It's just... It's strange how much ARR makes you do that. Like how many times that happens.
ZZZZ.
Uber mortuary here with your fresh corpses. Oops, I didn't read that. Oops, okay. Well. Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what might have become of the two who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they have not suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound at any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. Are you speaking the Latin or the European? I know there's some differences, especially with pronunciation and expressions. I'm half Mexican, so it's gonna be like the Latin, or I guess like specifically like Mexican American or Mexican variant of Spanish. Wait, see, haha. Yeah. Thrice damned fishback's bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand. Savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetherite in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready, but we but await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin has tightened security in and around the oh wait, no. I'm talking like I'm friggin'... Hold on. I got mixed up. I study Spanish with Mexicans in my case. Ah, okay. So yours is probably gonna be more like Mexican Spanish. The men are ready, but we await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. Ah, but we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at the key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetherite and eliminate the Sahagin priests presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the selfsame moment, a divisionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. And likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive effort. Anya and Ishtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversions should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle round to the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Anya. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetherite, accompanied by Lady Menphilia, as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! When last did we fight side by side, Anya? Too long ago, I warrant, but come, let us away. Gotta bop some fishy people. Summon my Chocobo. Oh shit. Ah! Why do you always turn around at the last frickin' second? Bastards. Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Did I miss much?
No, not at all.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
forgetting Tancred's a rogue in the earlier games. Ooh. Headphones.
To the Aetheryte!
Shit. I think I fixed it.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled Sorewalkers tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea.
I'm going to
Lord
save
of the
stream.
world,
Okay, thank you.
deliver us
Have a
from
good,
our misery.
have a good rest. Good
Do you feel
night.
that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
I like that everybody's like using knives or wands and shit, and Merlin's just out here with the fucking gat. Like, pew pew. Look.
7 hells.
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile! I have mastered the gift! I am eternal! O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Here we come.
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being ebbs away. But it should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Silly fishman believed in Ascian.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon! Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates.
Incoming ad break.
Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated, yet how in the Seven Hells are we to prevent it? Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that which you may be sure, but Limlane herself would have struggled to best the Lord of the Whirl in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, 'twas called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices
Nice to
capable
meet
of
you.
such wonders.
I'm Mephistopheles.
They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Beings held as gods also exist in— oh shit. That was way too fast. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with the primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judge it best that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes. The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Y'shtola said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, we can afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed primal slayer's claims. Anya, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, I will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosha. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Where it is? Lower Lenosha. God. That one where there's like no Aether right here for some reason. so far? What? Oh, it's this guy. This Shrek-looking motherfucker. Now look here, you'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining? Blah, I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. At all. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Tractum ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you kin. Ahem. The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. Leviabetus. Does Leviabetus have diabetes? Now Leviabetus is huge, and make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide as me members long. Oh my god! I don't want to know. I don't want to know, and also I doubt it. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. Oh my god. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some as say you can never truly beat Leviabetus. Now you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Ugh! It's you! Telling lies again, huh? I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I am no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble them, and that don't happen much. My member's tiny. It's pathetic. Yeah, that's about what I thought. I bet his chocobo face tattoo isn't even real. It's like a stick-on tattoo. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with my own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent some miles off the coast with a fleet of galleons making straight for it. Cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I sold myself right there then and there. Oh my god, I don't need to know that. What? Oh gods, just remember that they made me soil myself all over again. Oh my god. Dude. Go to a bathroom, please. He's just wearing underwear and he shit himself. That's great. That's, Hey, wait. If you're asking after Leviabetus, that means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you end up in his gullet at the bottom of a sea. Why, you worthless lying whoreson! I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Anya, this is Vinfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviabetus? I see. That is unfortunate. I'm so embarrassed. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Moraby dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you are able. Ugh, this guy. This fucking guy. There they are. I'm told your jaunt to the Great Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lass. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the War Eater. God damn it. I can't talk. I just can't. The Whirl Eater, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Whirl Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Well, finally, are we going to get to do the thing? Ah, I know that look. You're ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Whirl Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Naldic and Vameles are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystal on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Vankrit and Ishtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Vankrit and Ishtola, if you would join the third levy, and Lady Ugiri the fifth. But what words have I for the woman who has made a sport of slain gods? Only these: go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we have the utmost faith in you, Anya. May the crystal bless you.
Hope everyone
and keep
enjoys
you.
it here. Please follow the stream.
Thank you, but stop interrupting me. Yay, World Leader hard. Now accessible. Let's see what the DPS queue is like. $16. Absolutely not. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something about this. Am I not a novice at work on this account? But I'm... Huh. But I am a novice. Why am I not a novice at work if I'm a novice? Well, that's just great. Crap. I hate when this happens because it always stalls these streams. And it's like, if I can't progress it, then I can't continue the stream. Like, can I make a party? Okay, recruit members. Jesus, what's wrong with this friggin' server? Dynamis problems, am I right? I guess that's all correct. I guess we'll see what happens, because I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. In the meantime, I might continue my Crystal Tower quests. Hold on. I can remember which one it is. No, these are all... I might just need to go to Mordona and pick it up over there. Might be over at where they usually are. Guess we'll see. I'm going the right way. No, I'm not going the right way. God. Why is my sense of direction all crappy all of a sudden? Ugh. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna talk to Graha. Tia. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Members will be presiding over the meeting. If you'd be so kind as to inform you of your readiness to proceed. Welcome back, Anya. I have just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your references, I have added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. Okay. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses, before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Anya's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most empathetically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a century-heavy augmented Allagan technology. In short, our misgivings were well-founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work. The answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with my own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. His little pout. Oh my god. As an observer, I am not strictly speaking subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Anya. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents. However hard I train, be that as it may, I pray do not allow your skills to rest from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit for if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allagan Empire. Oh god, people are joining during the cutscene. Why? And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Alright. Let me check in how many people we got. No! Shit! Fuck. Okay. Ah, yes, I wonder who that person is. Such a terrible mess. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. So, this is the legacy the Allagan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source awaiting atop the tower is a match for even the ultimate weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. Oh my god, it's narrow. I can't believe it. I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to see it. The dream lives on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. Alright, is the cutscene gonna be over now? These people are starting to leave. Okay, thank God. Is that enough people? Right, okay. I can't remember how many people is World Leader. It does not say. One tank, one healer, 2 DPS. Okay, so somebody needs to be healer.
ZZZZ.
Oh wait, no, that's 2 Hanks, 2 healers. Okay, so it's a full party, not a light party. I was looking at the wrong thing. So it's 2 tanks. We need 1 more healer and 4 DPS. So we just need 1 more person. Yay! Oh, they're not gonna say. Okay. Yeah, when in doubt, just do a party finder. On Dynamis, that's usually that's a lot of the time that's like your best bet. Not the bubbles. Anything but the bubbles. You know, I wonder how much Unagi that guy would make. Probably a lot. Yay, we're all ready. Woo. Wait, no. I mean, that. way. You do the thingy. We do the thingy. Alright. So it's now operational. Oh, there we go. Ow. A little hurt. And we're done. Gamer mommy. Alright. Yay, got it done. Now I gotta go back to Limsa. I don't have a party fighter still on, do I? No, no. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits. But today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting us a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, madam. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this.
I'm hungry.
I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagins' reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. But know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Y'shtola's like, don't be racist. Everyone deserves to live. Oh. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Ugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there, and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the, fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of women's in society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To which they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. Yeah, sure. Is this... Oh, are we introducing to the Rogue Guild? I forgot. I'm assuming... Where the fuck is that? Is it the Rogues Guild? No, the Rogues Guild's over there. That ain't it. And confusion. And not know where I'm going. Wait, it's not... Oh, Limsa, why must you be so confusing?
Welcome, Filian's fave horse.
Hello, welcome. Welcome. And thank you for the follow. Okay, I'm starting to think I'm not in the right spot. How the hell? It's upper decks. Oh, upper decks. Wait, is it the upper decks? No, it's the lower decks. What the shit?
Welcome, Fillion's fave horse.
It's going just fine. No complaints. I'm gonna bring this bigger map up because that tends to help. Okay, I think I need to go. Goddamn. So confusing. Why Limsa so confusing? Oh my, there's a whole lineup of people there. This way? I think it's this way. So I'm thinking of getting into this game, but it seems like a lot, so I've been popping into a bunch of streams to learn. Yeah, I mean, once you get into it, you just kind of, get the gist of it, how it works. You just gotta try it and experience it, and then you learn. Alright. Let's talk to this guy. Got business with me, venturer? Yeah, here's a letter. Oh yeah, this is the Rogue Guild. So, you're the women. I gotta turn that off. Okay. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eaten grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, expect he's got his hands full. Yeah, that's about right. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner that what Merlweb says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I am Ugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you come with us, you get you Gary of do-what's-it, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Huh, that don't come out right, did it?
Welcome, Abyssal Paws.
Good place, Anya is the greatest you'll ever see in this game. What? No, I'm not. Shut up, Abyssal. Lady Anya, I shall remain with these people for a time, and that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Good to know expectations are super high. No, no! No! That's exactly what I was afraid of. I am but a simple cat girl. Oh, I think this is our last one for this patch series. Much and more has occurred since I first beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Alright, gotta go back to Mordona. So let me double check that real quick. I'll make sure. Yes, okay. So after I finish this quest, that is where I will end
Incoming ad break.
And then next week I'll do the next patch series. I think doing it like that will get me through the post-ARR stuff quickly and efficiently. Oh. I'm going the wrong way.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Baby wants revolution. Baby will have revolution. Alright, so that's that. Yeah. Cool. So that's gonna be it for tonight. I will be continuing this next week. Same day, same time. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific. And for that, I will continue. What is this series? I mean, this series called the Defenders of Eorzea patch series, which is 2.3. And yeah, we're getting through it. I think if I do a series a week, I should get it done. At the moment, I'm trying to catch up with my friend who's in, she's like right before Akafa Amphitheater, I believe, so I have some catching up to do. So yeah, that's the plan. On Thursday, this Thursday, the next game I'm going to play is Valhalla, because I have not continued Valhalla yet, and I've been meaning to, and yeah, I think in general I'm going to kind of not really be streaming the Hoyo games anymore, because I feel like I just have no real motivation to stream them, because I don't know. I don't enjoy streaming them. I just don't. Those I prefer to play on my own, so I can like get through things. Because I have a lot. I might still stream Nikki every so often, but as for the Hoyo ones specifically, not so much. I want to just play those on my own. But yeah, I think this past couple of weeks I was getting kind of like, well, for one thing, I didn't have my FF14 sub, and all these gachas like started updating and having patches at the same time, so I was like, oh, I should do these. But then what ended up happening is that all my Steam games that I'm still playing were neglected as a result of that. So I want to start playing those again, so yeah. But FF14, I think, as long as I'm subbed, will be a weekly thing. But yeah, and then collabs every so often. Like we did Peak last night, and that was fun. But yeah, as usual. Let me actually quickly grab this link because the automated one is no good. And I'll put that here if you want to know my weekly schedule. I try to post them weekly on my Discord in the announcements
Welcome
channel.
Anumori_Seach.
Thank you, Pando. But yeah, if you want updates, that's where you'll get them. But yeah, thanks for the new follows from Billions, Faith Worst. Thank you so much. And so 3 francs. I think they also followed. Thank you. They went to bed, but thank you anyway. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I will see you guys again on Tuesday or next week if you just want to watch Final Fantasy stuff. Yeah, so hope you have a rest of your night. Like catch another stream sometime soon. Yeah. Would love to see you again. You guys are always welcome. But yeah, see you guys in a couple days. Have a good rest of your night. Bye bye. じゃあまたね